What's up and welcome to Me, You, and Switch 2. I'm me, Tom Tate, and you're you, so let's talk about Switch 2. You might notice a difference in audio quality this week. I apologize, I'm traveling and I didn't bring all of my audio gear, but let's get into the news because it's a big week for Nintendo Switch 2. So Nate the Hate, a content creator who has a decent amount of street cred for leaks, has shared that we will likely be getting a new Nintendo Direct, possibly even this month. According to Kotaku, he said, from what I've been told, there is a Direct this month. The reported time frame, he said, so the month of July, but the Direct will not take place until after Donkey Kong Bananza releases, and that game, of course, comes out on July 17th. And with Nintendo often opting for showcases in the middle of the week, we're left with likely dates of July 22nd through 24th and 29th through the 31st. He also shared that Capcom, Sega, Ubisoft, Namco, and many others are just waiting. They have games they want to announce, and Switch 2 has a lot of support coming. So this makes total sense to me. They have to push Donkey Kong Bananza. They have to push it. They have to give it room to breathe and room to sell. It's a big release from their top team, as we talked about the last couple of episodes, but they need a strong fall and winter to sustain the launch of Nintendo Switch 2, this entire launch year. So my guess is we'll definitely get all of the news soon. I also read somewhere that Nintendo's earnings call, I think their quarterly earnings call release is on August 1st. So having promising games to talk about there will only be helpful for them. So maybe that 29th through the 31st period actually makes a lot of sense. It gives Donkey Kong Bananza a couple of weeks to sell. That said, all eyes are on Donkey Kong Bananza. We are just 2 days away. They've been releasing these little videos on the Nintendo Today app. It'll release on Thursday, and the hype train has definitely left the station. There's no turning back now. A couple of news headlines. Nintendo is holding a bit of a party in San Francisco and New York. So in San Francisco and New York, you can swing by the store. This is Nintendo's actual words. Swing by the store on launch day to purchase your Donkey Kong Bananza game and receive a gift with purchase while supplies last. The store will open 1 hour early. For game sales, first come, first serve. No warp pipe pass is required. I'm not sure what that means. And then the day after release on Friday, later in the day, 4 to 7 p.m., Pacific time in California, Eastern time in New York, you can join the Donkey Kong Bananza launch event where we will have fun photo opportunities, games, and giveaways while supplies last. The event is first come, first serve. No warp pipe pass is required. Attendees can begin lining up at 3 p.m. Capacity is limited. So if you're in those areas and you really want to participate in the festivities, check it out. For some players, the game has already arrived. They broke the release date. I don't know the specific retailers that might have sent it out, but a few Reddit users have posted that they've received the game and it's playable, no doubt, infuriating Nintendo. They hate this stuff. So there might already be spoilers floating around. I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers at all costs. I mentioned I'm traveling. I will not be picking up the game on Thursday. I will likely be getting it later this weekend. So I'm going to avoid spoilers if I can. Best Buy has announced a Switch 2 restock to coincide with Donkey Kong's release. According to Best Buy, Donkey Kong Bananza is a groundbreaking adventure available only for Nintendo Switch 2. And if you haven't gotten your hands on the new system yet, this is your chance. All Best Buy stores will have limited quantities in stock on July 17th. I didn't look up how many Best Buy stores there are, but the fact that they said all Best Buy stores, this might be a promising way to get a Switch 2 if you haven't received one already. The Donkey Kong movie might be coming soon, according to Go Nintendo and others. A copyright registration might have given away the plans for Nintendo and Universal to make a Donkey Kong movie. Of course, this is on the heels of them producing the Super Mario movie, plus the sequel, which will be coming out, and a Legend of Zelda live-action movie, which has been announced with a release date. So according to Go Nintendo, what we have right now is a copyright document showing that Nintendo and Universal have registered an untitled Donkey Kong project motion picture. And given how long an animated feature takes to create, it is unlikely we'll be seeing a Donkey Kong movie before 2028 at the earliest, according to Go Nintendo. Who really knows? In other news, Nintendo is apparently surveying the market on game key cards. We know this is controversial. I've talked about this before. I support game key cards. I'm a supporter. because you can sell them, you can trade them, they retain some value, unlike a digital release. So game key cards, to understand both consumer knowledge and sentiment, they're sending out a survey. This has only been in Japan, I believe, but maybe it'll come to other places too, or maybe it already has. They're probably just testing sentiment and understanding. I don't think game key cards are going anywhere for Nintendo or a similar game key concept with a disc for Sony or Microsoft. I think it's here to stay. We have some game news, and then we'll wrap things up. According to Go Nintendo, the developer and publisher or developer Camelot is developing a new title. According to market analysis site Crunchbase, Camelot appears to currently be in the later stages of development on something new. I bring this up because Camelot puts out great games. Camelot made Mario Golf and Tennis. They did some amazing games on, going all the way back to the Game Boy Color. They put out the Golden Sun games, so it'll be interesting to see what we get from that specific team. Their only two titles, as far as I can see, on Nintendo Switch appears to be Mario Tennis Aces and Mario Golf Super Rush. Another Golden Sun would be awesome for any fans out there, or maybe some type of remake. We'll see what they're working on. We'll find out soon. Inti Creates, another developer, has announced a new 2D action game called Mahjongami for Switch and Switch 2, and it's set to release on October 30th, 2025. It looks very cool. This is their bread and butter. If you know Inti Creates, I typically add their games to my favorites list, and I grab them. They're on sale. They typically go on sale. They're typically digital only. The Blaster Master Zero games were some of my favorite games on Switch, so I'm hoping that this one is definitely high quality. On Nintendo's official YouTube channel, we've got another Disney's Dreamlight Valley trailer. This is part 2 if you want to check that out, and an official launch trailer for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, which released last week. So this game has been doing pretty well. GameSpot gave it 8 out of 10. IGN gave it 8 out of 10. Nintendo World Report gave it a 9 out of 10. Game Informer, 8 out of 10. Metacritic gave it an 82. Specific to the Nintendo Switch version, Nintendo Life gave it an 8 out of 10. So all around, this is an above average showing for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 a ton growing up, but admittedly, I never played 4. From what I've read, the Tony Hawk 4 component is not a one-to-one remake. Instead, it's a free roaming. Instead of free roaming and picking up missions, you actually do them in the context of a 2-minute timer, just like Tony Hawk 1, 2, and 3. I'm personally okay with this, especially because I never played 4 before. It'll all be new to me. So I'm curious, are you picking up Tony Hawk? Personally, my money is going to Bananza. Again, I'm going to put this one on my wish list, and maybe it'll go on sale in the future. You can hit me up on Blue Sky or Instagram to let me know how you're doing, how your Nintendo Switch gameplay has been going. What games have you been playing? What are you picking up this month? I'm at Switch2Pod. That's Switch2Pod with the number 2 on all the things. Switch2pod.com for all the links. If you're appreciating the show, a quick rating or review helps me continue to grow. Really appreciate it. If not, just sharing with a friend or your favorite Reddit or Discord community really goes a long way too. I'll be back on Friday. Much love. Now go play some games.